Hi, Mark. It's Jonna. Nice to meet you. um, Forgive me because I just signed up for this, so like I'm kind of awkward with like videos and stuff. But um, you asked me when you got the call for the real world, did you ever intend to do a challenge? No. Like, you mean when I got called, like, to be casted on Real World? Um, at that point, like, I was at a crossroads in my life, and I wanted to do something different, and I was, like, young, so, like, I wanted to just, like, travel and, like, do the whole Real World thing. Um, it's funny because I was on a show when I was younger called Endurance, and I won that, and the challenge is basically like it it's exactly like Endurance but like for adults. So when I went on the Real World, though, I didn't think like, oh, I want to be on this show so that I can be on the challenge. But I'm glad that I got to experience it, obviously. How did you maintain the mental health how did you maintain your mental health in the challenge house, and the best tips in general? So, let's see. When I was on this challenge before, like when I did the flagship show, I honestly had no idea what I was in for. I didn't have plans to it was like a rude awakening. Like, I didn't realize like how hard it would be, and that we would like be put and tested like to our limit. So when I was there before, I didn't really have any strategy towards it, but since filming since filming All Stars, you know, who was it that was talking about your why? I think it was Nehemiah. Nehemiah was like telling Naya about your why. That is like, for me, when I was filming All Stars, that's what kept me sane. Is like I brought pictures of like my kids, my family, all of that, and I just remembered exactly why I was there. And that's the biggest difference between old me and new me, is like I just it's hard when you're like immersed in this whole experience. You don't have phone calls whenever you want. You can't just do whatever you want. And it's almost like designed to push you to your breaking point. So, the biggest part of being on the show is like, keeping that mental sanity. So when I'm there, I remember why I'm there. And I also like look to the people that are there. I will say Nehemiah is like a huge person for me to be there. Like, I always, whenever I'm feeling crazy or stressed or anything like that, like I go to him, and he honestly is like a lifesaver. I wonder what it would like be like to do a show without him. I mean, I don't want to know, actually. So, the best tips, I've actually been dealing with this, like, with some current challengers, and, like, going back and watching the show, I've had to tell them, like, my biggest asset between the past and now is I'm able to actually remove myself from it and realize, like, this is a game. This isn't real life. And if you can understand that concept, that you're there for a purpose and you're there to play, like, you'll go really far. I mean, when I was there before, I was, any decision I made, I was like, I don't want to piss off a best friend or a relationship that I formed, any of that. My greatest strength and attribute is that I've learned that, leave it all on the field. Like, when you're there and you're in it and you're competing, you have to be in the moment. But, realize that it's not real life. And yeah. What took you from happy to be there to two-time champ? I think we kind of touched on this a little bit. The old me, I was younger, and I just, I was like, these are my friends, these are my people. I wanted to travel. I wanted to experience all of it. I wanted to party, drink, and just like, you know, I mean, it was cool. Think about it. Like, I was like early 20s and got the opportunity of a lifetime. I look back at it now and, you know, I feel like I've always had it in me, like the strength and stuff, but like I was not ready by any means. I, you know, came back and I'm like, I'm ready now. So that was what it took me from there to here, is the fact that I realized that this is a very great money opportunity and a great opportunity for my family. So I just am able to like remove myself from what's happening and realize that this is the reason why I'm here. So I think that mindset of, you know, doing it for myself and having the confidence is what took me to winning back to back. Best advice for overcoming obstacles. I mean, I guess it depends on the obstacles, but someone once said to me, you know, when I reached out to them for advice, that you have to be resilient, you know, realize that what's happening in the moment is just evanescent, like it's momentary, it's fleeting. Everything that you do, it's all about the mindset and the attitude that you have when you're there. You know, your whole world can be like falling apart, but, you know, if you have the right mindset and you realize that, there's something in the strength of knowing that. So, anyways, this is like super weird, but super cool for me. But I'm going to get better at all this Cameo stuff. But thank you for booking me and reaching out. And yeah, I hope your day is awesome. And yeah.